Alright, I'm recording the next deck over multiple days, so you'll see me in some different outfits. But we're playing Mind Roots Pox, which is my latest build of a Pox shell, which we've been working on for quite some time. We've tried Pox Plague, we've tried Mono Black, we've tried a Karn build, we've tried Culling the Weak, we've tried Solemn Simulacrum, we've tried everything. And so far, I tested this a little bit before we brought it on stream, and this felt like the best shell we've had by far. And the main idea here is we're splashing green basically to help us get a better sort of long game, but also act as our symmetry breaker in the early game at the same time. So the main thing about Smallpox, which is that 2-mana sorcery, each player loses 1 life, discards a card, sacks a creature, and then sacks a land, is that it's symmetrical, right? It's usually a 3-for-1 if they don't have a creature kind of thing. They lose a life, blah, blah, blah. But we also go down a card because we're the one casting Smallpox. But the biggest thing that we're trying to get ahead on is lands, because we want to play Smallpox on turn 2 and then sort of use that tiny advantage and keep it going in order to take control of the game. Now, like I said, we've tried all those other things that I mentioned before, Levitating Statue and all that jazz. But I think the easiest one is just playing some sort of ramp that sticks around that's not just a land. So you could also play Utopia Sprawl, but for our situation, I'm testing out Exploration. Now you'll see a few iterations because I made some tweaks to this list as we were playing it on stream. I also was playing a Burgeoning at some point, but I just cut it down to 4 Exploration. And this is just a 1-mana enchantment. You can play an additional land on each of your turns. So you can go turn 1, Explore, play your second land. Turn 2, Smallpox. You and your opponent sack a land, and then you can play 2 more lands after that if you'd like, and have them in hand. And then suddenly your opponent's at 0 and you're at 3, which allows you to then curve out into some of your higher cards. Along with that, the rest of the deck is just playing a lot of utility and a couple other interesting choices. But I would say the other sort of main inclusion that we're playing here is 2 Ice-Till Explorer at the top end. We are an attrition-based deck, and we aim to grind. So having a 2-4 that, 1, lets us play more lands from our graveyard and stuff after we sack them to Smallpox is great. Lets you hit your land drops to keep sort of getting into that late game and sort of make that switch. But more importantly is our mana base is going to include a lot of utility that I want to be able to use to continue taking advantage of that initial advantage that we made in little increments after we cast our first Smallpox. So you'll notice we're actually going to talk about the mana base first. We're playing 2 Nurturing Peatland and a Ghost Quarter because I want to be able to lock people out with a Ghost Quarter loop, and I also want to be able to constantly draw by replaying Peatlands over and over with Ice-Till Explorer. Again, this also lets you play additional lands, so with Exploration, if you can actually get this guy out on like turn 2 and then play another land, which is kind of crazy. That doesn't happen very often, but it is possible, and then you can start going off from there. But even with like just having a Ghost Quarter or something, then you can start doing silly stuff. Like if you have Bajuka Bog, you can Ghost Quarter your own Bog, and then replay both of these out of the graveyard if you need to exile someone's graveyard and stuff too. And then besides that, we're just playing a normal green-black mana base. We're playing a couple Urborg just because we have some double black requirements in here too. And then along with Peatland, we're also playing Castle Locthwain, and then you'll see we're playing Bossing Say because there's like manlands and stuff, but I like Bossing Say because Earthbend plays well with Smallpox. You can sacrifice your Earthbended lands, but then 2, it also lets you go wide or tall, right? You can Earthbend the same land over and over to make something really big, or you can keep Earthbending new lands to make a small army and get past a bunch of blockers if you need to. So mana base wise, this is probably the main thing I want to keep refining in terms of like utility, but I think this is a good place to start. Along with that mana base, we're also playing a Fell the Profane and a Bogart Trawler, just because they're useful and we want to have that extra versatility out of it. But the rest of the deck is pretty straightforward. We're just, you know, playing some different removal and interaction because we have that green splash, but they all still fill the same role. So of course we're Smallpox, so we're playing 4 Thoughtseize and a couple Fatal Push. Not going super big on these because usually these are best early for us, and we just want to, you know, get smallpox off instead, and that usually takes care of that turn 1 creature or turn 2 creature. But Fatal Push is a nice sort of complement to that because it helps pick off the small things too. In the 2-drop slot, we are playing Smallpox, of course. You'll notice we have a single Edict and an Abrupt Decay. Again, this just hits some nice permanents, uncounterable, so it's really good against Frog. And then Edict is just general good stuff. Hits walkers, hits tokens, hits whatever that we need it to. But I would say the 2-drop slot is very important here. This is the first build we've tried with Malevolent Rumble, which I've liked quite a bit in my initial testing of this because, one, it helps us ramp. Let's say we go turn 2 Pox, we lose a land, then turn 3 we play a land, we rumble, we get 3 mana sources on turn 3 off of that because we can also find a land off the rumble to put into play, blah blah blah. You get it. It just helps you sort of keep on pace even after you Smallpox, but it also helps us dig for Ice Still, Walkers, and other lands, and then fills the graveyard with lands for Ice Still to make use of. So really like this card. And then stealing a little bit of tech from like the legacy versions. Obviously we don't have Life from the Loam, which kind of hurts us, but we do have Witherbloom Command, which is a sorcery that lets you choose 2. Target player mills 3, and then you get to return a land from your graveyard to your hand. Destroy target non-creature, non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. Something gets -3, -1, and then you can drain for 2. Notably that it's target player mills 3 cards, but then you return a land to your hand. So if your opponent like scries something to the top or puts whatever back on top of their library from their graveyard, you can actually mill them and then return a land from your graveyard to your hand and just sort of use it without the mill for yourself. Blowing up some non-land permanents and stuff is pretty nice. Picks off, you know, random Karn wishboard pieces like Liquid Metal Coating, little enchantments like Seam Rip or Portable Hole, blah blah blah. Can blow up, you know, a Drix Interlacer and that kind of stuff. So I like this quite a bit. And then it's always nice to just get a creature, and usually this is just a 2-for-1 when we cast it, which is kind of on par with the rest of the deck because we want to take advantage of not just 1-for-1ing our opponent. Witherbloom Charm is another card I'm into at the moment. I like this a lot in a land shell because we're going to be replaying all this stuff with Ice Till, and a lot of the late game I feel like we're just going to be having so much mana that we won't know what to do with it. So being able to transfer a land into 2 more cards or just blow up a non-land permanent, mana value 2 or less is pretty good, but also just gaining 5 life against aggro can help quite a bit. So pretty excited about this card. We've tested it in a few other shells, but I want to try it out here in one that's not so much creature based as it is just permanents. You'll notice we're playing Lily. We're also playing a Liliana the Last Hope. This is kind of an alternative win condition for us. This is one of like the main flex slots. We were trying like Ren and 7. I tried Sorin, I think, at one point and played Vein Ripper and stuff, but we're trying out Liliana the Last Hope today. Pretty simple, but her ult should hopefully be pretty good and close out games relatively fast if we can protect her. And then you'll notice I'm also playing a Professor Delian Fell. We've tested this in some other shells, and he's very solid. The life gain's great, the card draw's great, blowing up a creature's great, but the ult, the turn heat comes down, or I'm sorry, the turn after heat comes down is quite strong. And even with like Witherbloom Charm and Command, right? You can close out games with just these cards together by ulting him and then gaining 5 or gaining 2. It drains your opponent out pretty quick. We talked about Ice Till, and the last card I want to mention is one that I feel fits really well specifically to the green-black version, and that's Mind Roots. So this is just target player discards 2 cards. You put up the 1 land card discarded this way onto the battlefield tapped under your control. So it's probably one of the most playable Mind Rots we've got since Go Blank from Strixhaven, the original Strixhaven. And this plays into our attrition plan because obviously we're making our opponent discard 2 cards. But if we're down a land from Smallpox and we land this on 3 and they discard a land, it kind of ramps us back into the game in a lot of ways and helps us play our other 4-drops and stuff. So this is super sick. I'm excited to play this and see how well it does because I think it's like the perfect sort of glue card to transfer from that early to mid game. during our matchups. But yeah, overall, the sideboard is pretty standard. We're playing Leyline of the Void. A couple artifacts just to annoy people. Activate abilities. So we have Pithy Needle, Damping Sphere against combo, an extra Disruptor Flute if we need flash for some reason or want to hold off from someone casting something. We're playing a couple extra Assassin's trophies just because it blows up everything we probably care about. Rest in Peace, other ley lines, that kind of jazz. Even though we're not a graveyard deck, Graveyard Hate does affect us pretty well. But this is just an all-around good catch-all. And then a couple Endurance, couple Force Evader, because free spells are sweet. And then Toxic Deluge against some other aggro shells and little things that we want to be able to blow up on a board. But yeah, I think this deck is going to have a lot of lines and a lot of grinds. But generally, you want to play an Exploration or Thoughtseize, fire off a Pox on turn 2, and then kind of take that tiny little advantage you made off a small Pox and sort of grind your way and get incremental advantages over your opponent as you set them back every turn until you land some way to close out the game, but also keep the game closed out by not letting your opponent ever get their advantage back. So let's hop into some games and we will see how we do. If we don't have Pox, we're kind of just a green-black mid-range shell until we get there. Ooh, opponents. I like what we're doing. Haven't seen anyone play Mistbind Click in a hot minute. Love that for us. Okay, there's a small Pox. I think we just rumble. Grab an Exploration. That's pretty good. Does he have something to flash in? No, just an Infernal Grasp. Alright. Bop, boom, bop. Alright, so we could Pox him, float a mana. I don't love it. I think we play Exploration. I think we cast Fel, and then we just play Lily. And we plus. I almost don't even know if we want Smallpox right now, to be honest. I think we're doing pretty good just rumbling away. Witherloom Command can rebuy lands we discard. I feel pretty comfortable. Ren and Realm Breakers, quite hot. So Mistbind taps my lands. Ice Till's a good pickup. This creature tap all lands that player controls. Okay, but you have to have whatever. Am I discarding this command? Or am I discarding the Ren? I think I'm discarding the Ren and we're buying back. We're going to try and buy back a Forest. And we'll hold on. Does it have Flash? It does. So he might flash in which case we'll sack and blow up with Fatal Push. That's a sweet pickup. We're just gonna make him. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, target player mills and then target opponent. We want both of those. Flash in. Mana leak. Okay. I think I'm just gonna keep plussing. And it might be right to just split his lands in half next turn. Swing with my one. Does he have anything with Flash? No. Okay. There's a Blooming Marsh. Do I need Blooming Marsh? Not yet. I'm really hoping he just has another click or something in hand. Tyrant Storm? When's the last time you saw that card played? Jesus Christ. This guy's playing hit after hit. Damnation. Okay. I'm gonna take him off all blue or all black, I think. So you can keep his black mana or you can keep his blue mana. I feel like he'll keep blue. Well, Thoughtseize. Just has a second swamp. Okay. I feel okay with that. So, like, even without Smallpox, we have, like, so much stuff to do right now, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Breath Decay is a good pickup. I guess right now it's better than Fatal Push, just we don't have a way to do anything. He gets rid of the swamp. Flittering Nuisance. I would like a green source. Hey! Chat, I'm not gonna discard. I think we have to get this ice still down. Or try to. Jesus, okay, chat. Nice. Okay. Chat, that was a pretty good game. I think we just want to bring in some Toxic Deluges. We could bring a little extra removal in with the trophies. But I don't think we quite need it. I don't think I want Realm and Runbreaker. I think we're going to drop a Mind Roots. Everything else felt pretty nice. Maybe we should play some Delian after this. All right. Excuse me. Chat, I'm gonna try this hand. Little slow. We're gonna get Thoughtseized? Yeah, we are. I spoke too soon, chat. Now it's very slow. Oh. Never mind, he took our exploration. I'm okay with that. Ooh, and he has a tap land. Good for us. Lily? No, I'll take whatever. This is another thing, though, where I wonder if we can get away with less lands. But we also want to really take advantage of expiration, so it's a little awkward. Can I play this, Lily? Or do you get Mana Leaked? Or Counterspelled? Mana Leaked resolves. Smack in with my 0/1, hell yeah. 4 mana could be a variety of things. Second Rumble is pretty good. Let's start there. Darkport Pathway is nice. Mill the Smallpox. We'll just hold on to these. Is this a sorcery? It is. Does Ren? No, not Ren. What's the 3 mana one? 6? Does 6 give spells retrace, or is it just permanence? I can't remember. I think it's just permanent spells, retrace. It's probably not as good as I want it to be. Where's Praven? Praven, where are you? Herboard. Alright. There's really nothing getting back. I feel like we also need a little more utility. I don't know why he would do that. He just loses his Brazen Borrower. Okay, Bitter Blossom's a nice pickup for him. I think I'm gonna start drawing cards here. Trawler is a relevant threat, kind of. Can at least cast it. Hold on to an Edict. Bitter Blossom is quite annoying, I think. You know what? I'm gonna keep that. Oh, our tunes are done. We're gonna try and get a little 2-for-1 here. Glenalantra. Chat, the freaking Witherbloom. Oh my god, what a card. This version feels okay so far. I know we're playing against a creature-based deck and we're just slopping up with removal. I'm gonna play this just to get a land out of our hands and pass back to our opponent. But at least we have stuff to do outside of... Okay, Ghost Order is hot. Start Ghost Ordering our opponent. Might have been right to keep that if he flashes in Mistbind here. That was on me. I'm a little behind today, boys. Okay, luckily we weren't punished for that, but... Sleek Curse Fairy is fine. Am I going to 8 here? I think so. Is there another... Okay, chat, maybe we are playing too many lands. I'm gonna try and kill this. Resolves. Can I play this Liliana? Ooh, yes I can. I like that. Fuck. Okay, we chat, we might still be a little high on lands. Or at least we need a little more utility out of our lands. I don't even know what that card does. Maybe we want a second Castle Lochthwain. We're just looking for... Not a Thoughtseize. Okay, Ice Till works for me. He's on a bunch of basics, so I don't think this is the most effective way to do it, but we're gonna try our best, chat. We're in a tough spot here. We're milling ourselves quite a bit. Okay, good news is we're not milling anything super relevant so far. I'd like to find another Lily or Grist. Oh shit, chat. He got a swamp that time. We might be able to cut him out of blue. That's exciting. Okay, Toxic Deluge is a good pickup. I guess if we find a Witherbloom command, we can gain a little life back. Does he only have swamps left? No, he lied to me, chat! Bum, bum, bum. Okay, we're at 6, which is not great. But we're getting there. We do only have 21 cards left. I think Ice Tail's a good addition to this deck, too. Alright, chat. We might have done it. We might have taken him off blue mana. Mr. Spiffman! We're janking. We've been playing nothing but Smallpox. Fuck! Chat, every time I think I have this man off of islands, he pulls out another island. Where is he getting them all from? Okay, Bitter Blossom annoys me. But that's okay. Chat, where is he getting all of these islands from? I just don't know. Yeah. How many have I blown up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus a blue source. I've blown up 9 blue sources. Ah, yeah! Chat, we did it. Okay, swing. Whee! Alright, we're at 5, and he's at 7. I don't really want to draw a card. Okay, Exploration's fun, I guess. Doesn't really do a whole lot. But now... Oh, does he have... He has a piece of removal, finally? Holy shit, chat. He does. We're gonna lose after all that. Yeah, that is a cool Bitter Blossom. Pilfer. I got double Thoughtseize, baby. So he hits me down to 1. I take 2 off my castle. I go to 2, which means I'm dead. Okay. Is Bitter Blossom a thing? No, this guy's playing Tribal Fairies. He's playing Bitter Bloom Bearer, Nuisance, Sleep Cursed, and all that fun stuff. Okay, we're not dead yet. We're pretty close. We're going to 1, baby. If he swings at my Liliana, I will laugh. Oh, Opponent, do you know I'm at 1? Or I'm gonna be at 1? Top deck second Liliana, baby. Top deck second Liliana, baby. I don't even know what gets me out of this right now. I think I spent both my delusions. We need a Witherbloom command, but I don't know if I have any left. No, I don't. I have a Grist, but we only have 11 cards in library. Smallpox puts me down to 1 and him down to 1. Okay, chat, we lost that one. Oh, okay, so Bitter Blossom is actually pretty good against this. Which makes sense. So I think we'll bring the trophy back in, and we just need like a threat. So almost like down on a Smallpox, down on an Edict. Actually, Edict's pretty good. Maybe down a Burgeoning. But yeah, we're just hanging. We're chilling. Chilling like a villain. Listen to the cool vibes. I'm still kind of hungry. Alright. Wow, this is a long game. Smallpox with a Thoughtseize, but no, we're bored, which is going to be awkward. Ren, okay, well, we'll give this a shot. This is an interesting hand. Ruin Crab with 2 Hydroponic Traders that hit fetch land is kind of nice. With 2... Oh, I get you, yes. Is he going to take my Realm Breaker because it's big and shiny? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, opponent. That was BM of me. I was trying to figure out if we could, Wait, did we learn how many? He has 9 islands? No, he has 8 islands. That's what we learned in game 1. Chad, this first day, we've been playing for 20 minutes. I guess that's not as long as I thought, but it's longer than I wanted to go. Alright, opponent. Do we think he has a mana leak in hand? I would assume so. Let's see if we can drop this, but we're gonna get mana leak, chat. Mono red, now you're dead. Oh, interesting. I just want to, if he plays Fairy Mastermind, I just didn't want to minus and then get caught. Oh my god, I call him like I see him, chat. I'm so good at this game. I mean, we have a trophy. We can try and snipe the Mastermind and then... Well, we'll see. You playing Mill, Spiffman? Mr. Spiffman? He swings at Ren, which we expected. Draw for turn. We find an Edict. I think I'm just gonna swing for 3. That's what we were talking about the other day, right? Was that you? Yeah, that was you. Okay, he is gonna cast something, which I thought. We're gonna make him sack the Mastermind. The token generation seems tough for us. I faced... What did I face the other day? Oh, Castle Ardenvale. Fucked me on a different Smallpox build. But at least Bitterbloom Bear is a little easier to take care of. I wonder if he'll champion us. No, he does not. What do we have in here? Anything relevant? No. We could mill. I'm gonna try and blow up this Bitter Bloom. Okay, good for us. Turn me on to Kitsune's technique. Yeah, that card's sweet. I mean, normally it's played with. I just like it with Crab and the other boy. Do I want to mine? Is this a -2? Let's just plus. He has a pause here, which makes me think he has something in hand. So I'm not gonna swing into it. Okay, he had nothing. But it's usually played with River Churn Monument, right? To do like a one-hit kill. Mill half and then mill the other half. Is he gonna swing it Realm Breaker or no? Swings at us. Okay. Okay. Okie dokie. Down to 18. Hell yeah. Castle Loxlane is a great pickup. We're gonna plus on this Blooming Marsh and attack. If he flashes something in, we lose it. We can at least play Ice Till and rebuy it. He does not. Okay. Let's see if we can play this Ice Till. I feel like we're gonna get mana leaked on this one. Or he has a Hero's Downfall, maybe? Nothing. Maybe we're just gonna get Damnationed. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see if we can kill that. Boom, boom, boom. We do find a land. I get to return that to my hand. I get to play land. I get to plus on the Wren. On the Ghost Order, maybe. Is he gonna kill the Ice Till? No, he's gonna downfall the round. Oh! Okay, I'll take a Brazen Borrower. Do you think he has something to block this Ice Till? No, he does not. We'll use our mana to draw. Command is great. Let's see if he flashes in the Borrower here. Indeed he does. Opponent's only at 6. I didn't realize that. He's close to dead. We can Witherbloom command him too. And force a block. Can we do both? We can. Yeah, we have 3 green. Or we have Wren anyways. Okay, this is actually like a somewhat fun match. Our opponent's a little slow, but I like the back and forth, kind of. He's kind of just been doing nothing this whole turn. Despise. Okay, I like it. What was that card? What was that other fairy we saw earlier? The 2-mana one that I didn't know what it did. With double team. He swings. Interesting. We might see. We do not. Let's see what you got there, buddy boy. Glen Alondra's interesting. You have a mana leak? Okay. That's fine. We still get to hit for 1. He gets to bounce our Explorer if he wants. Mill. Maybe another land would be good. Let's draw. Yeah, I think we need a little more utility out of our mana base. If we're gonna be drawing this many lands, I need something else. Either like a token generator, maybe the Ko's Spirit Realm. Okay, he's gonna bounce that. I don't have the mana to replay, so he's gonna flash that in. We're gonna go to 8. And he has Bitterbloom Bear. What a hand. So we're on a 3-turn clock. Sorry, chat. He's at 4. We're gonna get Mistbind clicked. I think our only out is to draw here. Smallpox. We tried to hit somebody. Chat, we lost the fairies. Only match 2. Yeah, this hand seems pretty good. I think we'll drop the Edict. If we draw a land, we can play Ice Still on turn 2. I do like that this has a little scarecrow. That's funny. So, made a couple changes. Oh, shit, Chad. Are we good at this game or what? Made a couple changes. We switched up some of the lands. We dropped a 1 Ghost Order. We added a Caves, a Scrapyard, which I think will be interesting. Ooh, opponent has a Feed the Swarm. What am I doing here? Maybe just grabbing a land off of this? Cryptic Caves is good. And we'll play our Lily. Cryptic you need 5 other lands? Oh no, 5 or more. Okay. So we can pop Cryptic next turn. That's pretty hot. I don't know if oh, we're playing against Reanimator? Never mind. We're gonna get fucked. Well, actually, we have Liliana. So he has to give it haste, I guess. We might try Ghost Quarter. Do I want to pop his? No, I don't. I'm gonna draw a card. Not great. I'm gonna snipe his summit. What else? Every time we've tried to keep a Lily around by going plus past her ult, we've been fucked. So we might have to change that up. I don't know. We might just, if we can get to an ult, we might just fire off an ult. They're gonna death their Shieldred back. Is that at his end step or his upkeep? It's his upkeep. And we have to what, discard? Oh no, we just sack. Okay. That's fine. Sack the token. Give me something relevant. Witherbloom command. Alright, yeah, we'll make him sack. Took 9 for that, which is pretty good. I think we're gonna get back... Sorry. Why do I always click the wrong thing? We want to mill, and we want him to lose life. I would like my... Ooh, Scrapyard's also pretty good. Oh, chat, we probably want a Bajuka Bog, too. That might be a good idea. I forgot about that. We could also sideboard it. Smallpox. Wow. We just put that in. We got to fire it off right away. That's pretty good. We'll see what our opponent does. Thoughts he's them. Wow, he's got nothing. He doesn't have like an Arden or anything, does he? No, so he can't just straight up kill us yet. Well, actually, he would need a necromancy, right? Can't life or death. Chat, a lot of these games we haven't even cast a smallpox. Okay, top deck's the necromancy. To do what? Velgavoth, maybe? Shieldred? Shieldred's probably his best bet. To keep him alive. Yeah. So we have to do that. Let's top deck something good. Make him sack that. And now we're just sitting at 1. He's at a point where he can start hardcasting some stuff soon. But our Liliana's just gonna keep ticking up, and unless he has a hasty boy like Arden or Ralph or Raph and Mikey, we're kind of just chilling for a turn. That's pretty good. He just gets a burgeoning. What did he get? A second Atali? Of course he did. Chat, what the fuck? What does he get? Okay, looting and rumble. Okay. Those are relevant cards for him. We need a Witherbloom command. Just to make him lose to and die. So this might let him find what, like a necromancy? Yeah, a necromancy. He doesn't have the mana for it, which is good, but it does allow him to rebuy his Atali if he wants to. The Malevolent Rumble token is a bitch. Do we have anything relevant to grab? No. So let's kill the token and then force him to sack the Atali. Liliana was a nice top deck, but it doesn't... Well, we can minus Lily again. And kill her and then just try to ride this other Liliana. Okay, he just hardcasted. Crazy. And he hits a fucking crab. Jesus. Chat! That's what I get for playing a grindy deck that doesn't close out the game very fast. It is interesting, though, that like we do pretty well without Smallpox. He gets an Ice Till, that's relevant. We only need... We're just looking for one card. Actually, a smallpox would have also won us. So we have 3 hits at the moment. 3 hits that win us the game. Oh, chat. He hit another smallpox. What else did he grab? And a Witherbloom command. So we have 2 hits left. What's he gonna do? Blow up the exploration, maybe? And gain some life? Or just grab a land and gain some life? In which case, we no longer have an out. Chat, it feels bad. Opponent, what are we doing? What are we doing, opponent? He's taking his sweet time and he's gonna drain some life. We find a rumble, isn't that a freaking nice? What do we have? A Bogart Trawler, good pickup, but we could have used it a little earlier. Are we dead? We're close. We'll sack the Ice Till. And we can at least give this into 5, and we can block both crabs. I guess we also could have just... Well, yeah. This ult's at what, 7? Toward... Chat! I need to get out of the lowest of the lows, I think. I think that's the problem. I fell too far down the plat rabbit hole, and now I'm just getting deleted. Alright, Fatal Push is not doing anything here. Edict's probably okay. Abrupt Decay is not doing anything. Lilies are probably fine. Roots is probably fine. We're on the draw. Maybe drop a Burgeoning and send it. I would love to actually see a Smallpox in a playable opener, just to see how we do with a fast start like that. Because we haven't actually done that yet, have we? Hey! Hey, chat! It's me, Joey Smallpox, eh? Hey, my name's Joey Smallpox. Joey Bag of Donuts. Did we see a Feed the Swarm in game 1? I think we did. I'm gonna Rumble here. We're not gonna Pox yet. I'll take a Lily. And then maybe the next turn we'll Pox. Or maybe we don't. Yeah, we probably keep him on 1 land, right? He's gonna kill our thing, maybe. Discard what? Ulamog, okay. Don't know why he's killing our thing, but he did. Never mind, we're gonna Mind Roots him. Our opponents today have also been very slow. He's above 60 cards. They've been slow as butts. Okay. Now, we're gonna Smallpox him. And discard the cave. Just to set him back. I think I want to get a Lily down before I go for second Pox. Now I might not even need it, actually. I think I'd rather just take the Rumble and try and find a Walker or another Ice Till. Okay, makes me sack the Walker. We have double Rumble here. Ooh, give me nice still. Rumble feels good too so far. He loots. Does he even have an out delay line? Doesn't really seem like it so far. Nice. So let's go caves into Lochthwain. Okay. Okay. Also, doesn't seem to be playing a ton of basics. So actually, we might get away with an Assassin's Trophy in here too. Chat, are we doing great or what? We're trying to be great. Urborg. This is a sweet hand if we had an extra land, but we don't, so we're gonna maul. This hand's hilarious, so we're gonna try it. The question is, can he get rid of 2 ley lines? Life and death. I don't really care about any of these. Take his rampage. Leyline's a hell of a card, chat. We'll get an Ice Tail going and then just see what we can do from there. He bone shards for some reason. He's got nothing else to do. Good for us. We find an exploration. We'll explore and then we'll just drain him for 2 and grab a land. If we find one. Yes, we do. Chat, this version is feeling better than everything else I've tried so far. It's not, like, incredible, but... Okay, GG, sir. This is kind of what we're hoping for, right? I wish we had one more land, but this is good enough, I hope. We'll see what we top deck. Yeah, I was only at, like, 9 life. He could have... He might have just disconnected or something. Have I asked you about Indomitable? Oh, this is what? This is Bloodbraid Marauder Living End. We did find our other land. Which is hot. Oh, I guess we could have burgeoning. But we'll smallpox him. The thing is, he's, like, with Ent and stuff, he's pretty consistent on finding lands and whatnot, so it's kind of tough, but let's pox him. We'll get rid of the burgeoning. But, I mean, he can still... He's probably going to have enough lands. He can discard his 4th type right now if he discards anything. and then land Bloodbraid Marauder the following turn. And just try to beat us down. Like, I don't think we're going to outspeed him in that sense. I guess we could have sniped his Stomping Ground. Chat, he does not have second land. Which means if he misses on the next one, we can smallpox him again. I liked this game a lot. All right, chat. What's better here? I think I'd rather get Grist going. Okay, but this is the exact start we want, right? Like, this is what we're looking for most games. Let's see if we can find a land here. Second Lily. I guess that's fine. Like, this is the exact start we wanted. An opponent has no lands. It's nice that they're all... This deck was playing, what, 18? Witherbloom. I know this kind of helps him more than it hurts us. Or helps us, but... Getting double smallpox feels so bad. Her board's good. Let's drain him for 2. I mean, he can very well, he can still get out of this. Like, he could top deck 2 things and whatever. Did they play... How many... I want to know how many lands he's playing. I'm gonna blow up his forest while we're chilling here. Okay, so they're playing... He's playing 16 lands. He has 2 forests and 2 mountains. If he's on the same build. So that puts us in a tough spot. Let's play our land for turn. We might just die. He caught up, chat. Against any other deck, I feel like we'd be fantastic here. But against this deck, we just get shit on. That's funny. And this list, we're not playing Toxic Deluge. So we can't actually save ourselves. But he has haste on everything too, so we're just dead there. But that was a sick start, wasn't it? That seemed really good. I'll bring in the ley lines and the endurances. So he has... We're assuming he has 4 basics. What's not good here? I feel like Mind Roots isn't that great. Neither is Edict. Neither is Fatal Push. And what is his sideboard? Hexing Squelch. So he's probably just bringing Wistfulness in, right? He might have Force of Figures too. I'm glad Living End's like popular. I fucking love Living Ends. Plus, we have Endurance back up here, so I don't feel too bad. He has to have a Wistful or a Force in hand to deal with Leyline. I would assume that means he just cycles for lands to start. So he's going to get probably a Stomping Ground. Pays 2. Goes for a Rumble. He does find the Wistfulness. So he's going to be able to get rid of my whatever, which is fine. So in this case, what are we doing here? Am I just Liliana? Or am I exploring? I kind of just want to Lily. And get one extra thing out of his hand while we can. Whatchamacallit was saying, maybe, I'm wondering if we could also play like a actual Ponza build. Turn 2 Smallpox. It would be what, Jund? Could you even turn 1? 1 land, exploration 2 lands, turn 2, you're to 3 lands, you play Smallpox, sack 1, turn 4, play an extra, yeah, you could. Alright, so he snipes our Leyline, which lets him start doing some stuff. Which is cool. I definitely think we want a Bajuka Bog based on that Reanimator Shell and against Living Ends. Just 1. Thoughtseize is... let's see if we can find a land first. Thoughtseize is a good pickup. Yes, I will take an Herboard. Thank you. See what he's got. Endurance, double Marauder. Nothing great. We'll take 1 Marauder. I think I'm getting rid of this Ice Till. Dem Toes, why you always come in so late? You're always late, my man. Okay, so he might just fire off an Endurance here. Or, I'm sorry, Marauder. Why does it tell me my Delirium? That's funny. Chad, did you know my graveyard's empty? What? Why does it say 0 out of 4? That's odd. Is he gonna shuffle my graveyard? He could. Because you just got off work? Well, maybe you should have got off work earlier. Punk. That's a prank. I love you. Oh, okay. My hair is... I need a haircut, boys. I love you, Demtoes Yummy. Don't worry. This is a weird matchup. Okay, why is my opponent also Endurancing? To shuffle his Endurance back in? I guess. Let me tell the dude having a stroke I'll get back. Yeah! Yeah! I'll make him sack his Marauder. That guy can... Tell him to take a chill pill. What do you think this guy has in his hand? It was a living end, chat. It was a living end. Why are you on so early? Hey, you know the schedule is listed. What if I wear my hair like this? That's a bad idea. All right, so we got rid of what? 2 Marauders? Well, actually, no, they're all in his deck now. Because he shuffled. I shuffled. Oh, you hate me. You hate me. Ugh. This matchup's gross. Oh, Replicate's pretty good. That was a good little top deck chat. That was a nice one. We can make him discard whatever's in his hand. Okay. Make him discard a land. What are we doing with a Liliald? Are we just separating green from red? Does he have a Bloodbrain Marauder? Hard cast the Oliphant. Fucking love it, buddy boy. But now we're struggling again. We're in top deck mode. Top deck mode's not good. Oh, smallpox! Hell yeah! Kind of sucks that stuff gets haste. I feel like Mind Skimmer deck was born and it did very well, so that was weird. Skimmer. Mind Skimmer. Is that the 2-mana bird? The Simic guy? Or am I... Skimmer? Or is that the mill guy? Mind Skinner? Or both? Did he find a Marauder? No. Yeah, Mind Skinner. You silly goose. Oh shit, Chad. Is he gonna fetch a forest? And hardcast an endurance, dude? This guy's nutty. Dude, hardcasting endurances. Haste. Haste. And he shuffled my graveyard. Oh my god, chat. We're gonna die. Oh shit. Second Liliana. Second Lily. Can we find a win condition of some sort, chat? Or a piece of Grave Hate? Or anything? He has 5 mana. So you can just like hardcast Wistfulnesses and... Okay. Chat! Tell me to stop. Someone tell me to stop calling things out. Maybe we'll top deck another Liliana. No, I got nothing. Gross. Oh, that first game was sweet though. Double Smallpox into like Lily Grist. We didn't have anything to do against them. But I was rather impressed. This definitely feels like the most coherent build we've tried so far. Alright, a couple little tweaks. This is a few days later. Going into match number 4. This is a very strong hand. Hopefully. And we'll see what we can do with it. I'm hoping we go turn 1 Exploration into Tomb. I don't want to Thought Seize quite yet. Okay, he's on Gates, which is nice for us. Let's see what he's got. Hopefully we snag... Oh. Oh, chat. This is not Gates. I mean, it is Gates. I think I'm gonna get rid of the other Thoughtseize, to be honest. And then we'll probably sack the Exploration to draw 2 off the Witherbloom Charm. I don't know, dude. He's playing Gates. I assume he's playing Umori, so he's playing all creatures. Okay, second Witherbloom Charm's pretty good. Do I want to sack? Yeah, I'll sack the Exploration. Wow! Interesting. Okay. The old double smallpox, chat. Into the old triple smallpox. But, I mean, he's playing a 7 bajillion fucking cards. So. Am I getting rid of the second smallpox? I think so. We gotta at least start pulling ahead. Yeah, a little scoot. He's playing the guy that fetches lands. He's playing 156 cards. Our MMR is very low. Fuck me, dude. My MMR is way down there. Just to let everyone know. In case you were confused about why we're facing decks like this, it's because of that. Yeah. I was thinking of brewing something, because you could play, what's that card? The Poliwag? The, like, 2-mana frog that makes creatures, or is it mutate, cost 1 less? And then you could also play, Marauding Raptor to make everything cost 1 less, so you kind of have redundancy. Opponent is playing Umori. It's your name creature. Now, the question is, do I sack to draw 2 here? Or do I just hope I draw another land? That is not the land I needed, chat. Probably should have sacked to draw 2. What does Tronlands guy play? I think he plays some form of Primetime. Primetime Shapeshift. I think. At least that's what he's usually on. It's pretty fun. When did we make good 2026? I don't know. Chat, we're gonna lose. Well, actually, our smallpoxes are really good against him. But we're kind of behind the times here. Our smallpoxes hurt us way more. Jesus Christ. Okay, we gotta sack the board and draw a couple cards here. Fuck my life, dude. Chat, we're just... Jesus. We just got shit on. Not shit on, we just... It's just hard to build this deck in Historic, I think. There's like so much I want to do and not do, and it's hard to find a balance of like... Just like getting this, like, exploration plus smallpox feels good. But the problem is like what comes after. And like, unless you have like a triple land exploration hand, it's real hard to like recover from your own poxes, I feel like. This is a very good hand. I'll see it. Okay. We'll take his mutate target for now. Was he on Primetime Frozen? Oh, you're in the... I understand. I misunderstood what was happening. He's on Eldrazi? Interesting. How come he never visits anymore? He pops in every once in a while. Alright, chat. We're in a good spot here. Lily plus enough mana. Ooh, Ice Till is a great fucking draw. We can replay our Bogart Trawler tapped, mill ourselves a land, and then start plussing more. It just feels, I don't know. I gotta keep working on it off stream. This is the best build we've had so far, for sure. I'm just gonna buy up his... Oh, what a sick fucking draw. Mind Roots is so fun in this deck. But we're just chilling. Slow day today. If you guys don't know, that Plum is a really big plant guy. I work with plants for my job, but I was like a hobbyist gardener beforehand. So I grow a lot of exotic fruits on my balcony. And I found this greenhouse that was like 45 minutes away yesterday. And I took a trip out there, and they had so much cool shit. And I bought so many things. Okay, there's a pox. Let's wait for 2. Did he discard his Umori? He did. It might be worth minusing and just going, okay, onto 2 lands. That was a strong start. I think I like how he sideboarded. We might be able to go down a Fatal Push. But we're just chilling tonight, boys. We got nothing else going on. Tomorrow's Monday. I don't want to go to work, but we will. We're playing against Mutate right now. And then, what do we want to play after this? We might work on that Abzan Sorin list. And see how that does, but I'm not sure. But we're just chilling. Bah, bah, bah. But what else did I see? A lot of people still playing that new Belcher list. Should I change title? What are we? We're playing Mind, Roots, Smallpox at the moment. Opponent is taking their sweet time. Maybe they conceded, maybe they don't. We're just chilling. But what else is new? What's crack-a-lackin'? I gotta update the jank tag. Oh look, you can see me. Our most recent deck was Atali's Living End. But I want to put this Smallpox list on here. I saw a cool modern list the other day too. And then I haven't written an article for the jank tag in a while. I've just been posting videos, but that's okay. Did I update this? I did. Hello, opponent. What are we doing? Single exploration and 1 land is not great, although we do have Thoughtseize push, but we're gonna take them all on that. This is much better, but no green source makes it quite awkward. But we'll try it out. Pox off the top's good. See what he's got. Gate Colossus. Chat, what is our opponent on? Like, I know we're in the depths because I played too many lists that weren't good while I was brewing, and we lost a lot. Okay, that was very good. I think I just want to set him back right away, right? Yeah. What am I discarding? Blockplane? I think I have to. Hopefully we find, what's his face? Rebuy it from the graveyard. Sack the swamp. We tried Potch Plague a bunch too, and that card's just not good. I wish it wasn't. I wish it forced lands and not just any permanent. Because then you could play it in like a Death Cloud style list, like old Modern did. But I think I mentioned it last stream, but I saw someone playing a weapons manufacturing build, and they would sack all the munitions they got. That's not good for us, is it? Alright, we're alright, chat. We're chilling. Does he have enough to mutate? Or is he just gonna buy Umori? How much does this cost? 3. Put a counter on it. Okay. Resolves. All right, so we might just go... What do we find? Mine Roots is also quite good. I think I'd rather keep that in hand. So let's just Liliana, discard... Or we'll hold on to this. Both. I guess we could have played the Exploration, but... We'll chill for a turn. And then we'll try and Mine Roots him next turn. He buys Umori. Good for us. So we can get rid of his whole hand, and we find a Pox. How much does it... How do you rebuy this? When a gate enters. Okay. He's pretty far behind. I get to steal his island. Dude, Mind Roots is... Maybe we should go up to 4 of those. Alright. So now we're just chilling. We might Pox him again. I'm not sure yet. You find a Baldur's Gate. He can rebuy both of those, but he only has 2 gates. He decides... to put both on. Don't these cost 8? Interesting. He's just never going to get that, right? He's just gonna be stuck drawing Gate Colossuses over and over for 2 turns. We'll try and work our way up. Yeah, sick. Oh, chat, the feeble Gates player. We don't need an herb board. Rumble's a good drop. I'll take a Peatland. I guess we could Ghost Order him too, but I don't think it matters too much. Opponent dropped a Parcel Beast. Couldn't he have played that? Tap 2 for green. Oh no, he's 1. Whatever. Let's pick up something off of this. Second herb board's fine. Chat, now every time I get greedy with Liliana, it goes poorly. But I'm gonna get greedy with Liliana. We're gonna try her alt and then keep her around. And see what happens. Okay, he just finds a land. Good for us. I think I want to get rid of all his basics. Keep him on weird colors. Well, that puts him down to 3 mana. See, but this is, I know this is like a few days later, but this problem keeps coming up. Where we get to these situations where we don't have anything to do. And I'm not quite sure how to solve that. Like yes, we kind of stalled out our opponent a bit. We're just kind of chilling, but like, do we need to add more peatlands? Do we need to go up on Ice Tills? I'm not sure. Thoughtseize doesn't do anything. It just gets like awkward at some points, which is why I went up to 2 Witherbloom Charms. Okay, he's gonna swing at Lily, which is fine. Okay, Bossing Say's good. That was a good pickup. Is that Vigilance? No. We're gonna hold back. What's he got? Just more lands. Puts double Citadel on top, maybe? He has 1, 2, 3 gates. So these cost 5, so we can actually kind of start playing those. There's an Ice Till. Okay. I think we rebuy the Ghost Quarter and make them shuffle those Colossi away. We'll pick off his Baldur's Gate. That was a good top deck. But, like, how many turns was that where we just did nothing? Wow. Just trying to figure out what mana he has. But Ice Still is probably the best thing we could have drawn, because now we can just start looping Peatland too. But we also got to start putting some pressure on our opponent. So I think we're actually just going to play Peatland. And then we're going to Bossing Say on our swamp and start swinging for 4. And then we'll plus 1 more turn. He can still top deck like a mutate creature and stuff, but we have a Lily at 3. So I don't feel super duper pressured. And I guess if we want, we can just start ghost ordering him a bunch. I don't know. With the Bloom, Charm is great. Let's go minus mill. What do we find? Anything good? I'll take a castle back to hand. Trawler's pretty nice. Let's Earthbend. We'll start going a little wide here too. We'll make him sack that. Nice. Do we feel a need to Ghost Quarter? I don't think so. I think we're just gonna draw 2 cards here, and we'll go from there. Pox is good. Do I want a Pox? I think I do. We can get that last card off on his hand. Sack an Earthbend lands. Oh, that's not what I want to do. That's okay. I hit the wrong thing, but it doesn't really matter. Boom, 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 boom. Chat, I feel pretty good here. Boom, boom. Down to 4. I don't really think we need to draw anything. We have a castle if we want. We're gonna get rid of this Toxic Deluge. And then, GG's. Not too shabby. Slow. Next one. Interesting hand to start with, but we'll try it out. No Pox, but we have Charm plus Mind Roots, and a Rumble feels pretty good. Mana base looks fine too, so we'll jam. But I think we might need to go up on a extra Peatland. For now, we'll see. One goes turn 1 island into Tameo. Yes, sir. Is it? It's better for me to just blow up Tam, right? I think so. We get Mind Roots next turn. We think this is Frog or Affinity? I'm gonna bet Frog. And I'm gonna be proven wrong immediately, and it's gonna be great. Okay, not bad. What do we think they're holding up? Counterspell? Probably. We'll see if we can Mind Roots him. I'm gonna say the vibes tonight on these tunes, not great. A little slow paced. Okay, he just discards 2. Edict and bet. Okay, that's good. Looks like he is Frog. 3 mana Harbinger? No. I think we're gonna... Ooh, Riddler. I think we might play the Sorin list after this. Okay, we find a land. So let's Rumble first. If we find, like, a Lily, we can play an Herb Organ Caster. Is he seeing if he wants to force integration us? That's kind of what it feels like. We do find a Lily. I think we're going to get forced here, which is fine. We get 2 cards out of his hand. But that does put us with only lands in hand, which is not great. Okay, there's the forest. What do you discard? Kaido. Kato. Sick. Sick, chat. Why am I so low? Hello. Pox is nice. Is he gonna counter this? Oh, hard cast force. Sick. We're gonna fire this off. I don't know what he would need triple blue for, but he's obviously gonna grab a swamp. And he already has Herb, so... Or I have Herb. But might be helpful for the future. And we only really need to function off 4 mana anyways. But same idea. Like, we get through spending all of our hand, and then because we're playing a full 24 lands, like, we just get to these stalls. And I'm not... Ooh, Xander's Lounge. I'm just not quite sure what to do here. I think we just have to play more peatlands. Or another man land of some sort. Are we just going to see a Riddler here? Seems like it. Gross. Okay, so he is Grixis. Sometimes they splash just for the cycling, but... Hardcast Lorien revealed. That definitely means another force, right? Yes. Double Architect is disgusting. Jesus, chat. Jap, not doing too hot. Why did he not play Architect? Double lands, baby. We're getting eaten up. So I feel like the main deck feels pretty good. I think we just we gotta tighten up our mana base quite a bit. Witherbloom Command is interesting. Not really. I guess we just mill and drain. He might force that just out of sheer angst. I mean, we can, at the moment, we can grab a Ghost Quarter. If we find a peatland, cool. We can also grab a Castle Locthwain. I think he's going to force that. I think we're out of this game. Let's go game 2. Okay, chat. So see what I mean? We just, like, stall real hard. I don't see much that has to do with his graveyard. So I think I just want some extra removal. Maybe a flute. K's probably fine. Edict's probably fine. Fatal Push is whatever. Witherbloom Command doesn't feel incredible here. Lily of the Last Hope does not feel good. Maybe drop 1 Smallpox. Because I feel like other mid-range decks are kind of what we want to prey on. Where, like, yes, they want to grind, we want to grind, but we we want to, like, kind of pull ahead early. But it's not going too hot. And there's a chance we might just want to trim lands. But if we're playing exploration, I don't think we want to do that. Boys, the Sabres are losing 3-1 against the Canadians. Not good. Not good. Ba-ba. We got, like, destroyed by them earlier. Fuck me. Not good, boys. But yeah, maybe after we'll play some Abzan Sorin. We could also revisit that Delian list we played with Sorin. But I still want to test Steaming Silvertongue because we haven't done a lot of play with that. And then what else have we not played? I do want to mess with the Wandering Archaic. We haven't done that yet either. Public. All right. Sure. I'm feeling it. Try our best. Counterspell, frog, double counterspell. Let's take the Architect. We get to rumble on 2. Ponders on 1. Sick. Top deck Smallpox, maybe? Because we're gamers. We're at what? 23 lands total. With Fell the Profane plus Trawler. There's also a chance we just cut Burgeoning. I don't even think we've had a chance to play Burgeoning yet. I think we're probably just okay with 4 Exploration. So maybe we do that and then add in 1 more Witherbloom Charm. Okay, second Marsh is good. Pause here, which makes me feel like he might have just found a force off of that. Which is gross. Or he could have found a surgical. Either way, both are a little tough to play around for us. I don't want to listen to this. Oh, boys. What are we hoping for with Alchemy? I hope they do some fun prepared spells. Okay, opponent plays Frog. What's happening here? We're getting forced here, right? Yeah, we are. Well, at least he gets 2 cards out of his hand, but double counterspell is disgusting. We'll probably block Frog if he doesn't fly it. And then see what happens. Counterspells are tough though, dude. Plays Vista, cracks Vista. We could also just try and Toxic Deluge for 5. But that doesn't feel good. Let's do Frog Tribal. I think did I do Frog Tribal? I have a Frog deck because it has that 1 mana frog that grows whenever you play like a frog, a squirrel, or whatever, whatever. Do you think he'll let me play this exploration? He does. What are the chances I can actually kill this Psychic Frog? We're gonna try. For 5? That feels like a bad choice. Okay, there's the Force, which we knew was coming. Well, exile his graveyard, at least. Oh, shit. What is that? I don't even know what that's called. Frog. What I have a deck called Hardened Bonds Frogs. That seems bad. Oh, you get to play Croaking Counterpart. I thought that was funny. We did Leapfrogs with Dowerport Mage and Leaf Guide, Valley Might Caller, and then like Ephemerate and stuff, and it was pretty fun. But that was like a year ago. Kaido, hello. Coca-Cola, hello. What am I gonna try and kill here, Kaido? They're both. We just can't outgrind Frog. Frog's card quality is too good. Okay, Pox is hot as fuck. It doesn't. Kind of awkward though. Is it worth me trying to snipe the Kaido and then holding on to Pox for 1 turn? I feel like it is. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Gives him another swing with Frog. We already milled Abrupt Decay, didn't we? Or no? Yeah, we did. Frog's just too fucking good, dude. I haven't played. I would love to play against. We have not played against auras. Do we have 2 lands in here? We do. But then we're gonna get rid of our own Ice Till. I think we're just dead, chat. We can't come back from that. Oof. Like I said, this has the best potential out of everything we've played so far. I just think I need to rework the mana base quite a bit, because there, again, is so many games where we are really strong start of, like, Thoughtseize into Pox into, like, Lily or something, and cool, we're discarding, but then, like, we just draw land after land after land, and we don't have enough to do with them. And, like, Ghost Order is cool, but, like, we need to find Bossing Say or Castle Locklane or Peatland, so I think I would go, like, we'll probably go -1 Burgeoning plus a second Witherbloom Charm. And then I think you want to play second Peatland over the other Urborg. And maybe try something like that. Or maybe we try and fit in some more MDFCs. But everything else feels good. Mind Roots has been really strong. Liliana the Last Hope, I'm not sure of either. Her utility is nice, and she's a backup win con to, like, Delian and Beats, but she's kind of, this is kind of like your one flex slot. So you could go, like, up a Mind Root. We tried Ren and 7, and some other stuff. But Witherbloom Command's been really good. I like Rumble. Exploration's strong. And I feel like everything besides the mana base is in, like, a good spot. But this just needs some adjustments so that we have some mana dumps to not stall out as we play. But overall, I like this build a lot. Ice Till Explorer is especially strong. to help sort of close out games and just get so far ahead that they can't really rebuild. We can get into like Ghost Quarter loops. We can get into peatland loops. And I also really enjoy Bossing Say so far because you can go wide or tall with it. But overall, I like it. I think I'm going to keep working on it off stream. We're going to revisit this maybe in a week or two. But I think there's also, we've said it time and time again, that when you're playing a mid-range list, you got to be doing something either broken or your card quality has to be insanely high. And I don't think we're really doing either. Our card quality is pretty good, but we're not doing anything crazy broken. But in order to beat like the other mid-range decks, like you really have to have like an Exploration Thoughtseize Pox hand to start and just take off from there into like a Lily or another Mind Roots or something. So we'll keep working on it, refine this a little more, and then we'll probably take it for another spin in the future. But sideboard felt pretty good. Nothing I would change at the moment. But overall, I would give it a 7 out of 10. I had a lot of fun playing it. I think it has potential, but needs some tuning for sure. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.